now open the extraordinary council meeting of the 8th of October 2024 at 6:06 p.m. Good evening, councillors. I now invite Uncle Ron Timbury from the La Perouse Aboriginal Land Council to perform the Welcome to Country. Apologies, councillors and gallery. I will do the acknowledgement of country. I would like to acknowledge that we're meeting on the land of the Bidjigal and the Gadigal peoples who occupy the Sydney coast, being the traditional owners. On behalf of Randwick City Council, I acknowledge and pay my respects to the elders past and present and to all Aboriginal people in attendance today. I now call on Councillor Wilson to read the prayer.
Almighty God, we humbly beseech you to bestow your blessings upon this council and to direct and prosper our deliberations to the advancement of your glory and the true welfare of the people of the city of Randwick and Australia.
Amen.
Thank you, councillors. I don't believe we have any apologies or calls for a leave of absence. And there are no requests to attend the meeting via audio-visual link. Councillors, are there any declarations of pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest? Councillor Martin.
Yes, I declare a non-pecuniary but significant interest in relation to 4524 due to my involvement in the organising of these events, and I will not be debating and I will not be voting.
Are there any further declarations? Thank you, councillors. I'll now move to the chairperson. There are no speakers tonight. I'll now move to the chairperson's announcement and privacy warning. In respect to the Privacy and Personal Information Protection Act, members of the public are advised that the proceedings of this meeting will be recorded for the purposes of Clause 5.2 to 5.23 of Council's Code of Meeting Practice. Audio-video recording of meetings is prohibited without permission. A person may be expelled from a meeting for using or having used an audio-video recorder without the express authority of the Council. And we will now move to MM45. Oh. Thank you. We'll now go to MM45/24, financial assistance and donations for September and October 2024. Councillors, I will take this as read. This was a rather last-minute request received from the Coogee Surf Lifesaving Club for assistance relating to the Run Swim Coogee and also the Coogee Island Challenge in order to allow them to proceed with the organisation of these events. I am putting up this Mayoral Minute for your consideration, and I commend the motion. If there is no discussion, I will put it. All those in favour? Against? I declare that carried. We now... I'll wait for Councillor Martin. We'll now move to GM5/24, oath or affirmation of office by the councillors. May I have a mover? Moved by Councillor Burr, seconded by Councillor Wilson. Councillor Burr, did you wish to speak?
Reserve the right.
Thank you. Councillor Wilson?
No, thank you.
If there's any debate? If not, I will put it. All those in favour? Against? I declare that carried. We now go to CO 38/24, election of the Mayor and Deputy Mayor. We're first going to move to the method of voting. May I have a mover? Moved by Councillor Rosenfeld, seconded by Councillor Magna. Councillor Rosenfeld, how do you wish to move? Show of hands. Open voting. So we'll go to A point I, open voting. I will move it. I will put it. All those in favour of open voting, please say aye. Against? I declare that carried.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As a returning officer, I hereby call for nominations for the position of Mayor of Randwick City Council for the term October 2024 to until September 2026. I have received the following valid nominations for the office of Mayor. The first one is from Councillor Hamilton, nominated by Councillor Burst and Councillor Hay, and the second is Councillor Parker, nominated by Councillor Magna and Councillor Gordon. If there are no further nominations, I declare the nominations for the mayoral election closed. As there is more than one nomination for the office of Mayor, an election will be necessary, and in accordance with the earlier resolution of open voting, voting in the election will be by a show of hands. The vote will be taken in alphabetical order of candidates. I call for a show of hands for Councillor Hamilton. 6. I now call for a show of hands for Councillor Parker. 9. I declare that Councillor Parker is elected as Mayor for the term of October 2024 to September 2026. Thank you, Mr Mayor. I hereby call for nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor of Randwick City Council for the term of October 2024 until September 2025. I've received the following valid nominations for the office of Deputy Mayor. Councillor Rosenfeld, nominated by Councillor Hamilton and Councillor Burst. And Councillor Wilson, nominated by Councillor Parker and Councillor Gordon. Councillor Rosenfeld and Councillor Wilson have both accepted the nominations in writing. If there are no further nominations, I declare the nominations for the Deputy Mayor election closed. As there is more than one nomination for the office of Deputy Mayor, an election will be necessary in accordance with the earlier Council resolution of open voting. Voting in the election will be by show of hands. The vote will be taken in alphabetical order of the candidates. I call for a show of hands for Councillor Rosenfeld. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 votes for Councillor Rosenfeld. I now call for a show of hands for Councillor Wilson. There are 8 votes for Councillor Wilson. I declare that Councillor Wilson is elected as Deputy Mayor for the term of October 2024 until September 2025. Sorry? That was 8.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Manager, for conducting that election. With the indulgence of the meeting, I will make some very brief remarks and then continue with the agenda. What I would like to say is, as a beginning, a warm and very heartfelt welcome to the new councillors joining us for the 2024 to 2028 Randwick Council term. Serving our community as councillors is an absolute privilege, and having had the pleasure to both campaign but spend time meeting you as individuals, I have no doubt that each and every one of you will discharge your duties with absolute distinction and the best of intentions collectively on behalf of our community. I hope that the upcoming term, the way in which we engage each other, will be based on mutual respect, cooperation, and collegiality, all shared by a common desire to assist our community. I, as Mayor, will have my door open for all councillors, and I really would like to encourage all councillors, Liberal, Labor, Green, Independent, to reach out to me in relation to that, and I look forward to being a sounding board for all of you. And then the last thing, I look forward to working very closely with our community, building on the last 2 terms of Randwick Council with our fantastic community organisations, our sporting groups, our historical societies, arts and culture organisations, and so many more. And then the last thing, which I would say is my excitement to working quite closely with Randwick Council staff. We are absolutely blessed with some of the most hardworking, passionate and dedicated staff, and it is my absolute privilege to get to be able to do that. So I thank you, councillors, for your endorsement and your indulgence of these brief remarks. Thank you. Thank you, Councillor Hamilton.
The outcome tonight is not one that surprised me at all. I think I've stood up here as the Liberal Mayor candidate for about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 times. This is my 4th time. We haven't had a Liberal Mayor for 10 years, and the Liberals represent the community strongly. We do our best. It is unfortunate, but I believe that there will come a time when we'll have the opportunity to represent the community in more than the seats that we currently sit in. But I would say that we are very proud to be here, very proud of the people that represent us, and very proud of the people that vote for us. So having Councillor Parker return to the chair just confirms for us that we've done the right thing the whole way through, all the way to this hour before coming in here. So we're extremely happy with how we've conducted ourselves. And we believe that the people of Randwick will stand by us and understand that we are always working for them. We will always stand up for them, no matter what. So, well done, Labor and Greens. Good luck.
Thank you, Councillor Rosenfeld.
The Labor Party doesn't seem to learn from their mistakes with regards to dealing with the Greens. They wouldn't support my no confidence motion against the former mayor and received widespread criticism from our sizable Jewish community. The former mayor said that, quote, Israel was brutally murdering babies, unquote. And this was widely reported in the media, which brought the council into disrepute. She and the other Green councillors also put on social media offensive signs saying from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, which is basically meaning wiping out the Jews. A former Green councillor, Councillor Panelfini, wore a keffiyeh to the Randwick Council dawn service while the former mayor was in the chair. She also wore it to a women's art prize. She also, as the returning councillors will recall, wore signing on her clothing, Free Palestine always was, always will be, which I, when wishing the retiring councillors, like I said, I'm grossly offended by a council actually wear that to her farewell meeting. Yet, the Labor Party is happy to make a deal that will lead to another Green mayor and deputy mayors. Last night, Councillor Burst and myself and some members of the audience who we ran into saw the incredible number of people at the vigil at Christendom Park. 12,000 people, almost more than a fifth of the Jewish community in Sydney, which is incredible. And that was in memory, looking back to the tragic events of 12 months ago, the 1,200 deaths and the number of hostages taken. And what I'm trying to demonstrate is that the community is basically feels very strong about this issue and the part that the Greens Party as a whole plays in this issue. In fact, we saw in the election, those in Central and West Ward, that there was a third-party campaigner went to the trouble of putting resources together, both obviously financial resources and people on polling booths to put out a message, put Greens last. I also made mention at the swearing in that I've never had so many Jewish people come to me and want to volunteer for my own campaign and my fellow Liberal councillors. So that it's a real feeling in the community of angst as to how basically the Greens have been behaving. So I am very disappointed. There's a new Labor-Green alliance that started tonight, that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Are there any further speakers? I have a hand up from Councillor Veach and then Councillor Magna. Councillor Veach.
I would just like to congratulate Councillor Parker on your election. We've known each other, you've been serving on council since 2017 very diligently for your community. So you're very well known, within the community of Central Ward and beyond. And I do hope that this term will present an opportunity for council to continue that work for the benefit of the community, whether it be for the many diverse community groups, not just one particular group, one over the other. There are people of many different cultural backgrounds living within the Randwick LGA. They all deserve our respect and inclusion and consideration, not just one particular group. And I look forward to working together with yourself and with all of the councillors for the benefit of the community over the coming 2 years and this term.
Thank you, Councillor Veach. Councillor Magna.
Congratulations, Dylan. I know it's a big job. My observation of you in the time that we've come to know each other is that you are an excellent communicator. I think you are the right person to sit in that chair to fulfil the very important responsibilities as a community leader, and you come here and you deserve all of our goodwill and good wishes in the responsibilities that you have before you. I very much hope that in my time at council that we'll be able to work together cooperatively in all serving the best interests of the Randwick community, which is what motivated each and every one of us to stand for election. And I'm looking forward to working in the same way that you expressed with other councillors, with the council officers and with all of those members of the council community. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank Philippa for her work as the outgoing mayor, and she deserves our best wishes to her and her family for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any further speakers? Otherwise, let's close the meeting. Councillor Burst.
In the interests of transparency, could the Mayor please let us know what the deal between Labor and the Greens was, or is?
Look, thank you very much, Councillor Burst. That's not a legitimate question. If you have any remarks, please feel free to go through them. I take it that you have concluded your remarks? Okay, thank you. Are there any further speakers? Okay, there being no further speakers, we will now move on to the next item. We move to CO39, council approval of account back method to fill any casual council vacancy. Do I have a mover of the report? Councillor Wilson. Councillor Wilson, could you please outline what it is that you are moving?
The motion on the council paper that the countback method be used to fill a councillor vacancy should it occur within 18 months of the 14th September 2024 election of councillors.
Thank you very much. Do I have a seconder for that? Thank you. A seconder from Councillor Magna. Okay, Councillor Magna, do you wish to speak to it? Thank you. Are there any further speakers? There being no further speakers, I will now put it. All those in favour? All those against? Declare that carried. Thank you. Thank you. We now move to CO 40/24, appointment of delegates to committees. Do I have a mover? Yes. Councillor Hamilton. Yes. Councillor Hamilton.
I'd like to defer this item to the next ordinary meeting.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a seconder for that? Seconded Councillor Rosenfeld. Are there any further speakers? There being no further speakers, I'll now put it. All those in favour? All those against? Declare that carried. There being no further business, I declare the extraordinary council meeting of the 8th of October 2024 closed at 6:27 p.m. Thank you.